Listen, we're not about to play around with nothing, man. We're going to get right into it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to do what we got to do. We're going to do what has to be done best. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me loud and clear. Give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up real quick if you can hear me loud and clear. What's going on, everybody? What's up with y'all? Yo, 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 yo. Thumbs up if you can hear me loud and clear. Let's let it brew. Let's let it marinate. Okay. So, we're going to, so if you've been checking my community posts, you can see that I just asked you guys a question. I asked you guys on a community post, who would you rather have? Who would you rather have on a last-minute drive? On a last-minute drive. Hey, Blair, shout out to you, Blair. I appreciate that, Blair. On a last-minute drive, who would you rather have? Would you rather have Carson Wentz or Deshaun Watson? I want everybody in the comment section to tell me the name of the quarterback you'd rather have on a last-minute drive. Listen, we could have had a paperwork party. We could have had a receipt reel. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't think I wanted to do that today, man. You know what I'm saying? Because this is not an indictment on either quarterback. I'm just simply doing what's supposed to be done. I am just simply doing things the way that I thought they were supposed to be done. I thought every quarterback had to be with the same scrutiny. That's what I thought. Now, you're not wrong. No answer is wrong. Watson, easy. And if you listen on the community tab and on Twitter, I asked the same question. Who would you rather have on a game-winning drive, Carson Wentz or Deshaun Watson? I asked the same question. I'm going to tell y'all where a little bit of these questions and stuff like that spawn from. In the beginning of the season, I said that Deshaun Watson will look very, very different without DeAndre Hopkins. I said he'll look real different without D-Hop. You know what I'm saying? I said they wasn't going to the playoffs without D-Hop. In fact, I was right about more things that had to do with the Houston Texans than I was right about things that had to do with the Philadelphia Eagles. That's for sure. It's a lot of Watsons. I see that loud and clear. A lot of Watsons. That's for sure. I was infatuated a little bit with Deshaun Watson. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I'm gonna keep it tall, simply because that I thought Wentz was a top 5 guy, and I was saying things like Wentz is better than Watson. I said he was better than Lamar. I said he was better than who else? Baker. I said a lot of things. I said Wentz was better than a lot of these guys. I did. This season, fast forward goes on. Wentz got me eating crow, got the egg on my face. Wentz did this to me 9 times out of 10. So, yes.
I lose your credit card.
You lost my credit card. Why do you have my credit card?
You just gave it to me.
Okay, I'll find it. Can you shut the door, please?
But can you give me another one?
Can I give you another one? Hold on, y'all. 1 second. You see, I was interrupted. I don't have another credit card to give you to play with. I'll find it though. Wait, let me see. I'm looking at something. Oh no, you can't play with that. But he is what? Go ahead, ask your mom. Shut the door. Listen, she ain't here running around. She ain't about to ruin my production. But anyway, like I was saying, you can directly contribute the things that I was saying about both quarterbacks. You can contribute that to me just being curious, because I thought they both were elite. I thought Wentz just showed me more. At the end of the day, this is what it boils down to now. Fast forward. Both quarterbacks are 4-win quarterbacks. One guy is getting destroyed. One guy is just, we're making a bunch of excuses for the other guy. We are making a bunch of excuses for the other guy. Victoria, you can sit on this couch in this studio all you want, but please don't make noise. Okay, take that one. You can take that credit card. Go ahead. Hurry up. Okay, shut the door. Go ahead. Bye-bye. All right. You see, I got a secret for y'all. She just left. I didn't want to let her down. Why would I give her a credit card to play with? It's an old hotel room key. and one of the electronic Monopoly credit cards. You see, she don't know who she dealing with. You know what I'm saying? But listen, you could contribute that to me diagnosing both quarterbacks. Just contribute it. You know what I'm saying? Me wanting to know. Now, but fast forward, like I said, both guys are four-win guys. One guy was benched. One guy put up astronomical numbers. One guy was doing this thing at a record pace. At a record pace. These are some of the best numbers that we've ever seen, from completion percentage to a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. I see a lot, and when I mean a lot, I see a lot of excuses being made for Deshaun Watson. A lot of excuses. A lot of excuses. Somebody said, "Why do you keep old hotel keys?" Bro, because I got a problem with putting stuff in my pocket. I don't return it. I lose a hotel key every time I go to a hotel. Me and my wife, I lose a key. I come back with a key. I don't know why I do it. It's just a habit. When I check out, I leave. I don't go, "Here's your key." I just bounce. My time is up. But you know what I'm saying? Number 9, what up, what up, what up? But you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, thank you for the donation, Herb. You know what I'm saying? Both guys 4-win guys. Let me get to the meat and potatoes. Both guys are 4-win guys. Both guys just, one guy is just basically put on a guillotine. The other guy's being praised. Oh, he need new coaching staff. He need new this. He need new that. So I went back and I watched. Listen, if it's another team that I watched, the Houston Texans were a team that I watched second most last season. Second most. Because I just wanted to see what happens when you take a superstar's number one option away. Can he truly carry the team? That's all. I just wanted to know, can you truly carry the team if that happens? And plus, I've really thought in my heart of hearts that, Carson Wentz was better than Deshaun Watson. So I look at the wins, 4 wins. Deshaun Watson, great numbers. It's kind of surprising that you got 4 wins with numbers like that. What's going on, Bashir? What's going on, Kirsten? What's going on, Simone? Excuse me for being rude, man. My people in the building. Ethan, Texas. What's up with you, bro? What's up with you, man? What's going on with all y'all, man? Jamal Thomas. You know what I'm saying? So I go to looking and I start busting down more film and looking at more things from the Houston Texans loss. And see, a lot of y'all look at wins. In the season that I just had, I'm ready to look at the losses and diagnose the problems. I looked at the losses of the Houston Texans, and it's hard to diagnose and say it's one player fault. But I tell you this, situationally last year, Deshaun Watson was terrible. The only person worse than Deshaun Watson situationally was Carson Wentz. If Deshaun Watson displayed better situational awareness last year, and 5 or 6 games, they result in wins. And I can tell you the games, and I can tell you the situations that he failed to meet the marker. I can tell you that. But they're not going to tell you this. What they're going to tell you is that he's demanding a trade. He's a scorned superstar that wants a trade. That's what they're going to tell you. They're not going to keep it all the way, honey. I'm not going to keep you here long, but I'm going to go over some of these games real quick and tell you what I saw and at what point and what moment that I saw it. Seriously. You can start from, you know what I'm saying? The first 2 games they played, I think they just got slaughtered the first 2 games. But let's go to the Pittsburgh game. In Pittsburgh, they were up 21-20 at one point in that game. 21-20. Fourth quarter, Deshaun Watson throws the interception. They never get the lead back. They're in the red zone too. They're in the red zone. They got an opportunity to extend the lead and probably ice the game once you get it to 9 points. Once you get the game to 8-9 points, you can ice it at that point in most cases. He throws the interception in the fourth. They end up losing that game. They end up down 7 and lose the game, never get the lead back again. Costly interception. Now let's go to the Vikings game. Now, I'm here to tell you this, that if he was better situationally and not force that ball, that could be a win. They could be a 5-win team. They could be a 5-win team if you do that. Let's go to the Vikings game. The Vikings game. 3 straight attempts with under 2 minutes left in the red zone. They lose that game on the goal line because the guy that they paid like a superstar, and this is no knock to Deshaun Watson, I'm not hating. The guy that they paid like a superstar failed to, fully execute a game-winning drive and potentially get his team to 6 wins. Now, you would have 6 wins at this point if you displayed better situational football. And these 2 incidences I'm talking about are in the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter. Tough loss to Tennessee, not his fault. Hey, Rob, thank you for the donation, bro. Not his fault. Tough loss to Tennessee. 163 yards, 1 touchdown against the Browns Offense generated 7 points until 8 minutes in the fourth quarter. The defense held these guys to 10 points for the majority of the game. 10 points in the majority of the game. Had you displayed better situational football, numerous spots in that game, you only had 7 points. So I'm thinking you had to be dreadful on third down. Had you been better in that game, you could be a 7-win team at this point. You could be a 7-win team had you been better against the Browns. 7 points, come on, bro. So you mean to tell me a fourth quarter interception don't go on the quarterback? And this is no hate. This is just simply for the people who think that I'm comparing Carson Wentz and Deshaun Watson. No, if you want to ask me who I'd rather have as a quarterback, it's Deshaun Watson. But I understand the faults and what really be happening. I really pay attention. I'm not going to sit here and just look at the stats and tell you guys that this guy was off the charts last season and it's everybody else fault for the 4-win season. I'm not going to be that guy. I refuse to be that guy. When I looked at the games and I understand that, you fell short in some moments that a superstar supposed to come big. You fell short. We're giving him the benefit of the doubt a little too much for the team just being trash. You know what I'm saying? We're giving him the benefit of the doubt. So we talked about the Bears. We talked about the Browns game. You will potentially be a 7-win team. The Colts one is very, very important because the Colts is a division game and they lost to the Colts twice by less than a touchdown. This first Colts game that I'm going to go to, lost versus the Colts, had the ball down 20-27, under a minute in the red zone, takes a brutal 11-yard sack outside the pocket, bringing it to 2nd and 21. It's in a red zone now. If you score, you win this game under a minute. This one, Jordan pull up. This one, Jordan pull up and go get it. Now you're talking about 8 wins. If you don't take that sack and have it going to 2nd and 11. We killed Carson for taking sacks. Y'all talking about, so people in the chat talking about they don't have a defensive coordinator. I understand that. I'm not talking about how the defense let them down. I'm talking about the ball being in Deshaun Watson's hands in the fourth quarter, either down or up. No more down than a touchdown. I'm talking about. He had a 1,000-yard receiver, another guy with 800. No more down than a touchdown. I'm talking about situational football. Stop letting them stats cloud situational football. Stop. That's the first loss against a division opponent. Had you played better situationally, now I'll explain the situation again. Down 20-27, under 1 minute in the red zone, and taking a sack, 11-yard sack. It was outside the pocket too. For all y'all, the offensive line is trash. He could outside the pocket, you could throw it away. Am I right or am I wrong? He was outside of the pocket. Brutal sack, pushing it to 2nd and 21. You know what I'm saying? You could be an 8-win team at that point. 8 wins. Let's talk about the other loss to the Colts. Defense got the turnover. This defense that we say is so trash. Texans don't have a head coach. All these people made excuses for Carson. I understand the Texans don't have a head coach. I'm talking about the ball being in the hands of the superstar with a chance to win. Why are we not talking about him? A brutal sack outside the pocket. This is a guy in Deshaun Jackson who we've seen in interviews and in press conferences. We've seen Deshaun Watson tell you coverage, dog, from highlight reels. Dude is smart. I like Deshaun Watson. Would I take him over Carson Wentz in a heartbeat? But I'm not going to have a blind eye to bad situational football because it appeases the masses. I ain't never been like that. So we're going to talk about the second Colts game. The loss to the Colts. The defense got the turnover. They got the turnover. You down 24-20. 6 minutes in the fourth. You take a sack, another one outside the pocket on this possession. You take an outside of the pocket sack. And then you take a safety. Getting it 26-0. You never get the ball back. You had the ball with 6 minutes to go. Your defense just stopped them. Turnover on downs. You take a safety with a chance to have the game-winning drive. I didn't even dig into how many game-winning drives he had last year versus how many game-winning drives Carson Wentz had in 2019 when he had to win. It was every game that he won was basically a game-winning drive. I didn't even dig into that. Come on, Tori. Give me a second. All right, I'm almost done. I didn't even have to dig into that. Let's get into this last situation, though. While I got some time. The Bengals and the Texans. The Bengals and the Texans fumbled down 3 on the game-winning or tying drive. Fumbled down 3 on the game-winning or tying drive. Okay, I got you, Tori. Fumble round 3. I give you some. Listen, if you leave right now and don't come back till I come get you, I will give you some cookies and ice cream. Just go down there right now. I'll be right down there for you on everything. You can even use the credit card to get it. I'll show you how to do it. I'll be right down there. Nice warm cookie, fudge. I'll be right there, okay?
Well, you have a cookie.
You can have another one. It's Friday. I'll be right there. Okay. You know what I'm saying? The Bengals game. Didn't he fumble on the game-winning or tying drive? It just is what it is, man. It is what it is. So what's going on, DH Eagle? So now you're looking at possibly 9 wins if your quarterback completes some of these game-winning drives or just plays better situational football. You're talking about potentially 9 wins. Correct me if I'm wrong, bro. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're talking about 9 wins. What's wild about the facts? What's wild about the facts? If we talking about the facts, that's all I'm saying. So I can go over the situations again real quick before I get out of here, because obviously I got to get some cookies and ice cream on deck. The Pittsburgh game, threw an interception in the 4th quarter. We're talking about Deshaun Watson. The Pittsburgh game, he was up 21-20, threw an interception in the 4th quarter. They never was able to recover from that. And they was in the red zone, about to put more points on the board when he did it. The Vikings game had 3 straight attempts with under 2 minutes on the goal line. They couldn't get in the end zone. These are 2 potential games, a game sealing and a game-winning drive now. I'm not even going to count the Browns because that's unfair. It could have just been an off day for the whole entire team. He only had 163 yards. I'm gonna scratch that. So now you're talking about the Pittsburgh game. You're talking about the Vikings game. Now you're talking about the loss to the Colts, the first loss to the Colts. Had the ball down 20-27 under 1 minute in the red zone. Takes a brutal 11-yard sack outside the pocket, bringing it to 20, bringing it to 2nd and 21. We all know that's virtually impossible. It's just impossible. When you want a game-winning drive, taking a sack is what stops game-winning drives, especially outside the pocket. You should throw it away. These 3 game-winning drives we talking about here. 3. And he came up a little short. He's a superstar. Superstars mess up too. The second game against the Colts. Defense get the stop. Turnover on downs. The Colts are up 24-20. 6 minutes in the 4th. You take a sack outside the pocket, which gets you backed up. Then you take the safety, same possession. Come on. It's 4 games now. You're talking about 4 games. They could have been an 8-win team if better situation. Listen, game-winning drives is huge, man. I don't care what nobody say, man. Game-winning drives is huge. We already talked about the Bengals game. Fumbled down 3 on the game-winning drive. Listen, now you're talking about what, 5 games now? A 9-win team probably. Game-winning drives are huge. They just huge. And they huge. I thought the narrative was this. If you're making this much money, you're supposed to perform in situations like this. Why are we making excuses for a 4-win team? I can't make excuses for the Texans, man. I'm sorry. I cannot make excuses for the Texans, man. And this is the only thing that I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to say. We gave him the Jordan call. This is what I call the Jordan call. When Jordan gets sent to the line for barely touching him, nobody barely said anything about Deshaun Watson's 4-win season. They automatically placed blame on everybody else, and I was cool with that because he had a good season. But then when you really look at it, a real leader is supposed to accept that record, and a real leader is supposed to, the stuff that I pointed out, he supposed to already know that about himself. So he ain't even in the news in the offseason. He working on his game. That's the bottom line. The bottom line is we got to hold everybody to the same standard. I've never seen a golden boy because they 4-2. I've never seen it. You talking about 5 game-winning drives with the ball in the hand of this guy. I like him. I like Deshaun Watson. After what I seen, would I take him over Wentz now? Yeah, I would. Yes, I would. I would be a fool not to say it. But with the ball in the hands of Carson Wentz versus Deshaun Watson, it's a kind of a toss-up for the game to me. Kind of a toss-up for the game to me, man. You know what I mean? In a 4-win season, you don't convert on 5 game-winning drives. That's only the ones that I caught. I didn't even watch all the games. Once it gets to 5, it's like, come on. That's 9 wins right there. 9 wins. 9 wins. You know what I mean? So for everybody who would rather have Deshaun Watson on a game-winning drive instead of Carson Wentz, I got to disagree with that one, man. Give me Carson Wentz, bro. Give me Carson Wentz in the red zone over Deshaun Watson or on a game-winning drive over Deshaun Watson. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not judging Carson Wentz off of 1 year. I'm not saying it's completely over for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to still treat him like he Carson Wentz, but I just know that you got an asterisk for that season. That season is on full display, Carson, no matter where you go. No matter where you go, we got to talk about your progression as Philadelphia Eagles content creators. Because if you go somewhere else and succeed, we were wrong for letting you go. We were wrong. If you go somewhere and stink it up, we did what we were supposed to do. We did what we were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, bro. 4-win teams? Come on, bro. You can't just exclude the starting quarterback. I think he played every game. I'm not excluding Carson for our bad season, so why should I be allowed to exclude Deshaun Watson for theirs? Yes, it's the ultimate team sport, but when it's time for the game winner, and when dudes is on the game-winning drive, that is the quarterback's job. That's the bread and butter. That's the bread and butter. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying Deshaun Watson is overrated. I'm not saying none of that. I'm saying he left opportunities out there to have a better record, and I want to hear him say that. I don't know if he said it or not. All I hear is about him requesting a trade. That's all I hear. That's all I hear, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.